Is this video for sailing and entertainment purposes only? You're dang skippy it is. What's it like knowing that your Amberlynn's the one that got away? I am not phased.
Karina Kaboom.
What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady.
Our roommates started to notice that their late mother's washcloths were disappearing. And they confronted her about it, and she wanted me to lie to them for her, but I didn't. She ended up buying more washcloths for herself, and instead of throwing them away, she had me wash them in the sink and then put them in the washer.
You are also trying to monetize your mukbangs.
And in between the bucket baths, she just didn't shower.
Amberlynn did not shower the whole time.
Hello, everybody. In today's video, we are taking a look at Destiny revealing some very interesting messages about Amber, as well as Amber cannot leave Beck alone and will never leave Beck alone. Amber, your karma for Beck is your YouTube channel. You're welcome. Okay, also, we're going to be taking a look at Amber's, gossip video that she posted on YouTube. But remember, everybody, she is not a drama channel. I love me some Amberlynn Reed. I feel like a girl of 2020 again. She is one of the most entertaining, riveting YouTubers out there in the world. All right, if you could not tell already by this ridiculous intro, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Please do not take anything I say seriously because I'm sharing my opinions, not facts, on publicly accessible information first made public by public figures. Please don't go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. Okay, so Amber did this gossip drama video, lint review, whatever, I don't know. So in it, she gets asked a question, and the question is, have you pretty much traveled to other places since you and Beck have broken up? This is a question that's being asked because when Beck first broke up with Amber, Amber was trashing Beck and saying, well, they don't travel anywhere else except for their sister's backyard. So the question was given back to Amber. The first thing I'd like to say is, Amber posts these feelers on her community page, and she's like, ask me anything and I will answer. She chose to answer the question about Beck. She did not answer most of the questions or even the most relevant or good questions that I wanted to know the answers of. And by the way, I just wanted to say it's so ridiculous to even ask a question. She'll never tell the truth. It'll always be her narrative. Rinse, lather, here we are. But anyways, so she on purpose chose the question about Beck. And this is what she says, right? She pretty much says that she would not have traveled to all these other places if she was still with Beck. I have so much to say about that. She said she's traveled to Oklahoma, Wisconsin, Tennessee. She also said that she's been to other states like Illinois and Chicago, and she went to the Billie Eilish concert. And, it was so important for her to stick it to Beck that, I've been to so many different places without you since we broke up. That she even forgot to add some places, and she went in and put in a recorded montage that she forgot. How sometimes people are like, well, in editing, I have to put this in. That's what she did. Yeah, it was that important. She hardly ever does that, but it was so important. So here's what I have to say to that, okay? So you obviously are very angry at Beck for exposing your washcloth gate. I get that. But on top of that, here's what I have to say. Amber, you were driven to all of these places, okay? You did not get there yourself. You were not self-sufficient as an adult that you claim to be. You did not take an airplane. You have every opportunity to take a plane everywhere. You choose not to. Foodie Beauty can travel 15 hours. You can travel too. You were chauffeured around by mommy or girlfriend at the time to these different states. And had you continued being with Beck, Beck would have possibly chauffeured you around as well. So this was not the flex that you thought that it was. Your whole point is, oh my God, I've got to travel so much without Beck, and Beck has only been in their sister's backyard. Amber, I feel sad for you because that's all you have, okay? Beck is in a healthy, loving relationship in which every moment of their time is not controlled with a choosy game. Maybe you should sit down and move on. Oh, one more point about this. Amber, did you really see the states that you went to because you were just being driven around and you were just spending the majority of your time in Wisconsin sitting in somebody else's house, losing your cat? Was Wisconsin everything you thought that it would be when you lost your cat there and immediately came home and have barely mentioned her since except a fake breakdown? Rinse, lather, here we are. Here's what Destiny had to say on her community page. In light of everything happening right now, I was looking through old messages and found these screenshots between me and a close friend at the time of our breakup. Amber wants to make all of her exes look hungry for attention and money and just out to get her. But she's treated all of us badly and still doesn't seem to care that she did at all. In these messages, I talked about how I felt in those moments, and I think looking back, it's really telling. I didn't even realize I was feeling this way or remember a lot of everything going on. The last month of our relationship was like walking on eggshells, and I was in full-blown survivor mode. Yet I still supported her after I found a new partner and went out of my way for her, but I used her, right? Look, here's the bottom line. At the end of the day, I think that because Destiny did take the money that Amber was giving her, the whopping $20 for the whatever, but sometimes Amber gave more. Amber will always say, like, my advice to any future Amber victim, please don't take the money from Amber. She's going to say you used her. I think that Amber, do you love it when I call you Amber, or do you want me to call you Pookie? I think Amber will never admit to anything, okay? She'll never admit to anything. And when she does admit, and when she does say, oh, I'm taking accountability, it's for stuff that is like minor compared to the major things that she did. And then she's like, oh, but this person did this, whatever. For all the screenshots, go and look at Destiny's, community page. So here we go. We broke up. Are you okay? What are you feeling? Destiny says, I've been over it for so long and nothing was saying mattered, and I'm in my room alone about to play Sims, and I'm a bad person for not feeling anything. Like, why am I so numb? I mean, I guess it would have been nice if you know everything as well. You need to take time for yourself. You may have gotten lost in that relationship, so step out of the bubble, experience new things, breathe, get a new perspective or outlook, blah, blah, blah. Destiny says, what started all of this is like, she got mad at me on the last break because in the last 15 minutes of lunch, I didn't text her back. I was out there talking to you and somebody else, and if I had told her that, she'd be mad. Okay, and then this is the most important thing that I think most people are looking for. So then we got off of work. She asked somebody if they talked to us and said no. Then she was yelling at me for lying, and it turned into this. Because she was calling me every name in the book, screaming, and I am honestly scared of her. I am scared of her. She blanked the wall. She's never done it to me, but it's scary, exactly. But it's also pretty sad that I had to lie so she wouldn't be mad. So here is Destiny in 2017 saying that she is scared of Amber and what Amber's doing to walls. What a big surprise and shaka. Look, at the end of the day, Destiny was obviously interested in Dana when she was with Amber and all that stuff. But I think that Destiny still was very nice to Amber after the breakup, still taking her every Sunday to run all her errands. I want somebody out here to say, like, do you think it's okay to, like, when you're already in another relationship, to keep going back to your ex and take them out for errands because they don't want to take an Uber? Amber was making money at that point. So as far as the wall and everything and Destiny being scared of Amber, what else is new? I believe that this is who Amber is, and no one is going to convince me otherwise. Personal opinion, this is unacceptable behavior from Amber, and as we have heard, this type of behavior did repeat itself with other partners. Let's continue. I had one more photo to share, but the community post only allows 5 images, so I'll just leave this one here as well. So Destiny says, a bunch of years ago, I moved here to get closer to my mom. I haven't been around her for longer than a month or 2 since I was 9. Amberlynn ruined that, basically. We had to move out because my mom and her didn't get along. Once we moved out, I hardly see my mom or anyone in my family here. You should have dumped her as soon as you found out that she was disrespectful to your mother. Now, the top comment on this community page post from Destiny says, like, what is it with Ambi and mommies? And here's my answer. And y'all could let me know what you think about this in the dislikes and comments down below. I think Amberlynn, especially in the past, but I'm pretty sure she'd do it now, in my opinion, not a fact, of course. In my opinion, I think she wanted to ruin any relationship that anyone had with their mom because she was angry that she had a bad relationship with her parents and wanted to just, like, obviously, like, ruin anything between anybody else's mommy and them. That's my opinion. Also, you have to understand something. Amber is desperate to be in control. And when she was living with Destiny's mother, she wanted to be in control, but Destiny's mom was in control. So there goes all the fights and arguments. What an amazing time to be alive. Ambi, I want to say something. So a lot of you always say in the comment section, like, if only wifey has come out, if only wifey will come out, if only Crystal would come out. Here's like my thing on it. I think it would be great if Crystal and wifey could expose Amber, obviously, but this is my professional opinion on the professional side of things. It won't change anything. The people that have a negative interest in Ambi and watch her all the time, can I call you Pookie? They will continue to watch. There is nothing that this woman could ever do or say that could stop the people that are like obsessed with watching her, like watch her, or even watch her through reaction channels. So while I think it would be great if her other exes exposed her, it would just be entertainment and fun. It would never, ever change, like, the people that are dedicated to watching her nonsense. They're going to still watch her nonsense. It's an amazing time to be alive. So, yes, you treated Destiny's mom bad. You treated Beck's mom bad. What's next for you? Okay, so let's talk about her video. I shouldn't admit this, Zachary Michael and deleting comments. I'm just going to say this right off the bat, okay? Her whole thing about deleting comments is preposterous. She says that she never deletes comments, which I could tell you is a blatant lie, because she, listen. The spirit of what she's saying is a lie. Girl, you a lie. Girl, okay? So basically, she says about deleting comments, like somebody accuses her of deleting comments, and I find it incredibly odd that in a YouTube video, you choose to address this in a YouTube video. This is such pettiness that, like, you can answer the person in the comment section, but dedicating a video to this, like a whole video, come on now, girl. So she basically says about deleting comments that she would never delete a comment ever. Yeah, right. You know why I said that the spirit of what she's saying is a lie? Okay, so she has said this in the members only live stream, which I'm a member of. I've talked about this before, and she has said this publicly as well, that what she likes to do is she likes to put a bunch of words in certain like categories where they don't show up, okay? She blocks off a bunch of words like she did. For example, if you go to her channel right now and you write out my name, it will not show up. She's blocked my name because she's that threatened and that secure, right? Right, Pookie? She's also, I believe, blocked a lot of other people's names. She's blocked Rarity's name. She's blocked a lot of people's names, okay? Like, she used to do this with Beck as well. The thing is that that's why I'm saying that the spirit of what she's saying is a lie. She constantly talked about this in the members only live stream as well, that she blocks out certain words and has words blocked and all this other stuff. So the idea of you deleting comments, Amber, you're such a language manipulator. The spirit of it is you're deleting comments that you don't want to see the light of day, right? AKA you're blocking out stuff. You've already admitted to blocking out stuff. But fine, we'll talk about exactly literally what she says in that video. She says that a bunch of comments get deleted by YouTube themselves. They go into a folder and she'll never look into that folder. Well, YouTube doesn't delete comments. This is what's going on. It is true that all YouTubers have a few folders. One folder that's like held for review just by YouTube. And you can go into that folder. You don't have to. Then there's another second folder that's really inappropriate stuff that YouTube holds for review based on their like opinions of it. And again, you could approve it, you could not approve it. So she already tells you in this video, oh yeah, I won't approve it. Okay, who cares? Okay, go drink some pineapple juice and enough onions in your chili, girl. But here's my main point, okay? She's saying that YouTube is deleting comments, and that's not true. What she purposely, on purpose, doesn't tell you in this situation, listen, if she's going to dedicate some time to this, I'll dedicate time to actually what's going on in the truth. In order for certain things to be held for review, you have to tell your like YouTube channel pretty much. You have to put in a bunch of words. It's done internally, okay? I know what she's doing, what she's talking about. You have to block out a certain types of words, a bunch of words. And so whenever any word similar to what you blocked out gets written, it gets put into that folder. Notice how she didn't tell you that. Honestly, it is true that YouTube does put things in folders, and if you never open those folders, you never know. But in her case, she has clearly, as I just explained, left a lot out. Now, and by the way, Amber, I'll just say it. Do I think that you delete comments? Yeah. I do. If you, fine, we'll just talk about it. If you watch her body language when she's discussing deleting comments, if you know anything about body language at all, you'll see that she is deceiving you. She's not being honest. Sometimes when she lies, you can just feel it's a lie. I want to ask you a serious question. You ever been in these situations, usually in a dating situation, but when somebody is telling you something and this could happen with friends and family, whatever, but it very often happens, unfortunately, with dating, where you can just feel it. You can just feel that they're lying to you, okay? You ever been in those situations? They tell you something mundane, you feel it's a lie, then you find out it's a lie. That's her, okay. As far as inpatient, she gets supposedly asked a question, why don't you do inpatient? She says it's too expensive. She says it's so expensive. And yes, she has pets, fur babies. I love it when she says, oh my God, I need to feed my fur babies and give them a home. You've put, honestly, my opinion, you've put more energy into the Lynn review, the Lynch review, whatever review you're reviewing over here, in the names and GPT of this video than you have in literally finding Rarity, your cat, looking for your cat. She honestly has put in so much more. Honestly, she's put more energy into knowing what I say about her on the internet than finding her cat. That is my personal opinion. That's what I believe. That's what I think. It's my opinion. So to me, when she says, I can't do inpatient because I need to put food in the stomachs of my babies, I'm like, you let a bunch of babies run away. You don't seem like a good pet owner. Anyways, here's my point. She finally admits that mommy can watch her, animals, but she says it's too expensive and, she has to make videos and has to pay bills. And I've said this before many times. She's going to double down on things, okay? She's like, oh, well, I could cross my T's, whatever. Yeah, go cross something else. The point of the story is this. This woman has pre-recorded. I remember this. I wasn't even really talking about her that much at that point, I don't think. She would pre-record 100 videos for 100 days. She knows how to pre-record. All her stuff is very much so in advance, months and months pre-recorded. You can pre-record enough videos and disseminate them every few days, every even few weeks, and make some type of income. That way, I want you to pay attention to something. She says that she can't go to inpatient because it's so expensive, right? And that's the last thing I'll say about inpatient today. She says in this video that she makes amazing, fantastic money. In the same video, she says she makes amazing, fantastic money. Please explain to me how you can't pay for inpatient if you make amazing money. It's either you make amazing money or you can't pay for inpatient. By the way, I know this comment is coming. Well, she makes amazing money, but not enough for inpatient. She's had hundreds of thousands of dollars. She used to make $200,000 a year. She never went to inpatient. Look, it's obvious. She doesn't want to go to inpatient. She already said it in one of her members only stream, and I briefly mentioned it. She doesn't want to be controlled with what she's allowed and not allowed, So, Amber, just be honest and say that. Maybe somebody will respect you when you say that's why you don't want to go to inpatient. To say that you got no money for inpatient while saying at the same time you make amazing money, it makes the whole video, it cheapens your video. Do you know that? Oh, by the way, bonus points if you paid attention to her body language when she said that she makes amazing money. As soon as she says this, she looks down. She's lying. She doesn't make the type of money that she used to make, okay? She makes good money for doing, in my opinion, nothing. What she's doing is not considered work, in my opinion, because it's very different than what the rest of us are doing. But pay attention to her body language. By the way, this always gets said, so I'll answer all your questions now. I know that when people look down, they sometimes look down for totally different reasons other than lying. I understand that. You don't have to comment that. The thing is that in her case, she's looking down. It's basic body language for her. She doesn't mean exactly what she says. Okay, so there's another thing that's been going on for a while. I haven't addressed it. Some people ask me about it. I'm just going to talk about it now. So there's a part in her video where somebody asked her about Let's Talk, Let's Lie video. Let's Eat, sorry. Where she's like, okay, why, she explains why she's getting all of the support, because she keeps going on her community page and she keeps saying hey, thank you so much for all of your support. And people are like, is the support in the room with us? What are you talking about? Most of her comments are negative. Some comments publicly are nice, but most of them are negative. Okay. And she has been extensively thanking people for all the support. It's been so amazing. Yeah. Just wait till you hear what it's really about. And, she's been thanking people for the support, which is nice. I like you acknowledging the non-existent or positive, whatever gets you to sleep through the night, girly pop. Anyway, so people are like, what's going on? And she just says in this video that she gets a lot of private support. Here is my opinion on it. I have always said this, and I'm going to continue to say this, but now that she's been pushing this narrative so much, there's something else that's going on. All right, so the first part of this is she is 100% getting positive support. She always has. She always has, okay? She is getting good comments. I've seen them in her comment section. A lot of them are her sock accounts, whatever. Why should that stop us? But a lot of people genuinely like her. Look, there's people that thumbs up her videos, okay? There's people, when I'm sitting there, oh God, you know what I just started thinking about? That I got to watch that members only live stream on Tuesday night. Oh, Kermit, help me. Anyways, so, there's like people in her stream when I'm sitting there and watching this, and most of them truly support her. So it is true that she gets private support in the DMs. This is true. One of the things that Amberlynn likes to do, in my opinion, is take a truthful situation and turn it into a completely overblown lie of a narrative. So yes, she gets a little bit of positive support. That's true, privately and publicly. Okay. Now she's trying to pretend, and in my opinion, like really try to push the narrative that she's getting massive support when the majority of your comments are bad. Okay. Do I believe that all of her comments, the majority of her private comments in the DMs are positive? No, I don't. I think some of them are. Here's what I think could be going on. Does anybody here remember, and you really have to be deep into the Amberverse and into the Amberlynn lore, do y'all remember when she used to get these private messages or even like public messages, and she would repost them, and it was like these secret messages from secret haters that would spell out, like they would say how amazing she is, and it would spell out that, like, help Twinkie or something like this. People have trolled her since the beginning of time because she trolled them. Okay, she's like the perfect person to troll. I mean, she even had a fake relationship start like this where she was being trolled. Anyways, what is my point? I think that a lot of people that have a negative interest in her have figured out different ways to get her to make the type of content that we want. What do we want? We want drama. Okay. What I think is going on is a section, not everybody, but a part of the people that support her are doing it for the plot, not because they do support her. I think what's happening with Amber, honestly, is that people that have a negative interest in her want her to spill the tea, okay? And they want her to engage. They don't want her to go away for a long time because then there's no drama, right? She has like the type of following where, like, no matter how much they dislike her behavior, in my opinion, they want to hear the drama. They want to hear the gossip. Of course they do, right? So that's great. That's what I'm here for. But the thing is that just like sending negative messages that are secret messages, and just like, for example, you know how she always says, oh, well, I met so many subscribers. No one ever posts a video. Nobody ever talks about it. Yeah. I think that the haters have figured out an intelligent way to go about this, which, if you say mean things to a person, okay, you're going to get a bad response, or you're going to get no response. Is she going to block you? That's why I always say, please be respectful. Think about what you're doing, okay? So the idea is, I think that some, not all, some of the support that she's getting is fake and she doesn't even know it. That's what I'm trying to say, because you get more Kermits with honey. The point being that if you're nice to a person and present fake support, she'll never know it's fake, and she'll think that she's being supported, and she'll open up more like she is right now with her lint review or whatever. Anyways, one last thing I wanted to say about this video. There's a lot of things to say, but I just don't care enough about all the nonsense she's saying. I will say this. She pretty much gets asked, like, how would your life be different if you were on a different health journey, if your whole situation was different? And she basically says, that if her whole situation was different, she'd be living in Los Angeles and California and loving her life, and, highly implied that she'd be this, popular girly living her life. Okay. The first thing I want to say is, there is nothing right now that's stopping you, girly pop, from moving to LA. Go ahead and do so. As you said, you're making amazing money. So the reason why she can't is because she needs a caretaker. Mommy is her driver and caretaker. Whatever she tells you is a lie, my opinion. It's been proven over and over and over again. Okay, she's in Oklahoma because of this. So she's like, yeah, if I was different, I'd be living my life in Los Angeles. How about you be a good person in Oklahoma? There's no better time to be a good person than now, but this is going to go past you. It's amazing to me that she actually, and the only thing I have to say to this is two more things and I'll let you go. Number one, Beck said this. For those of you that don't believe what Beck says that Amber always used to tell them, but like in a different way. She's not going to say this, on camera. She used to tell Beck like, oh, well, if I was different, I wouldn't even talk to you and I'd live in Los Angeles. She's saying a variation of this. So for those of you that don't believe Beck told you that this was said before. Now it's being said publicly. And the second thing I want to say is, Amber, you would never, ever, ever have the type of happy life that you thought and think that you could have had if you were different in certain superficial ways, because it's your personality that gets people to have this reaction, not anything else. Transfer to Jefferson. Nobody's going to, let you play your reindeer games anywhere. People will find out who you are, no matter what, any exterior, anything going on. You do know, Pookie, that this is all about your personality and nothing else. And again, you're making such great money. Go ahead and move to Los Angeles. I wish you all the best in LA. All right. Well, Amberlynn is just such an amazing, amazing YouTuber. We just love her so much. All right. Thoughts, comments, dislikes, leave them in the dislikes down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed today's video, please check out this other video that's popping up right here. You can go and check that out. Let me know what you thought about this video. Thanks for spending some of your time with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.